For far too long, men have been getting away with absolute murder. Men, it is finally time to open your ears and shut your mouth and listen to what women have to say and understand how they feel, okay?
Early in the morning,
Welcome back to the channel, guys. You already know who it is. It's your boy Cam, Topical Juice. And I'm back with a very interesting and very serious topic today that I'm excited to get my teeth into. If you haven't seen, in the last 24 hours, there's been quite a lot of exposure. And I do it like that because we don't know the facts and figures yet and what's the truth and what not. But there's been quite a lot of exposure of male celebrities who have been accused of sexual assault in the past, rape, sexual assault on minors, things like that. And really crazy allegations. And honestly, I'm just not surprised. And I know what women deal with on a daily basis. Not that I go through it myself as a woman, obviously not, I'm a man. But I see it, you know, I learn as much as possible from my female friends. I've always had friends and it makes me sick what women go through. Hence why I empathize with women a lot. So before I get into this video, please smash the thumbs up for me. If you're new, please subscribe to the channel, support the channel. And you might as well just hit the bell to be notified because boy, you know what I'm saying? We're back. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first things first, my take on sexual assault, male privilege, everything, is that women have it very difficult in this life because women have been and still are, in my opinion, oppressed by a system. So there's similarities in the way women are treated by society and the way black people are treated by society. Now, I'm not saying they're exactly the same. Black people have it the hardest, in my opinion, by far. But women are systematically oppressed in similar ways. Do you understand? By society, especially by men, a male-dominated society. This is purely my opinion. I haven't discussed this with no one. I haven't researched it. I'm just speaking off the top of my head. So if you know what I'm saying. So I believe that gender norms, gender convention has a big part to play in this, in why men think it's okay to touch women, grope women, the sense of entitlement with women. It's really weird. Men are so cringy, creepy, horrible when it comes to women. What men can be capable of is nasty. And where I think it stems from is gender norms and things like that. So historically, yeah, you've got conventions and like gender norms. So like, for example, girls would play with Barbie dolls and men would play with action heroes, something like that. Baby girl favorite color should be pink, but a boy, it should be blue. Do you understand? Women should look after the family, stay at home, raise the kids, look after the house and that. And then you've got men who will be the breadwinners, who will go make the money and work. That's what the norm was back in the day. So it's of my opinion there that if men are outside the house, dominating the workforce, clearly that means you've got industries, factory industries, media industries, whatever, all dominated by men. And if you've got, historically speaking, if you've got history of all these things dominated by one race or dominated by one demographic, whatever, do you know what I'm saying? Clearly there's going to be repercussions. If you've got all these working industries dominated by men, clearly there's a lack of diversity there. Clearly there's a sense of entitlement there, there's a sense of power there. You are the breadwinner, you make the money. Do you understand? I think there's a link there between in the psychology of how we treat women as well. And like, it's not just the gender norms that gives us a sense of entitlement, the fact that, oh, we're the breadwinners and they should stay at home, and historically speaking, it's also the system itself, okay? What we're shown in media, what we're taught at school, what we see in adverts. Do you know what I'm saying? What politicians say. It infiltrates all these different areas of society, that women should behave like this, women should be like this, men can do this, oh, that's just a joke, we can pass that off, oh, it's just banter. Do you know what I'm saying? How many times men might do something, oh, you know me, I don't mean it like that. I've said that myself when I'm younger, oh, I didn't mean it like that. But, okay, whatever my intention was, it doesn't matter. I've made someone feel a type of way, you get? That's kind of my take on everything. That again, honestly, like I said, I ain't done no research into this. Like, I haven't got the answers. I haven't got the answers about how to cure systemic oppression of women. Off the top of my head, that's what I would say it's come down to. Expectations, gender norms and things like that. And obviously as that's built up over time, a snowball effect, we now view women as inferior. We now think we can just touch women and impose ourselves on women and whatever and not feel a type of way. and not care about how they feel, sorry. Do you understand? It's important to note, yeah, we have to start listening to women and listening to what they say and what makes them comfortable and what doesn't. Because a big part of my learning and my brethren's learnings, yeah, is self-reflection. What I mean by listening to women is looking at the tweets, looking at the interviews, hearing stories. How does it make them feel? Because hearing some of the female stories about a male touching their waist in the club, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Now me and my boys are thinking, shit, we didn't realize that certain behaviors made women feel like this. And then we have to hold a mirror up to ourselves and think, why did we behave a certain type of way? And it's literally because we didn't know. So the same way you can be racist without knowing and have unconscious biases, have unconscious racist thoughts, is the same way a lot of men also did not realize that what they were doing was unacceptable. And that is because the system makes things acceptable. Pass things off as a joke. Pinch your ass, it's alright, it's just cheeky. Do you understand? But actually, no, it's not, because how it makes them feel is bad. It doesn't make them feel good. There's obviously grey areas. Some women don't mind it, some women do, okay? That's the thing about it. It's very tricky, it's very techie. Some women don't mind a bit of that. It might come across as confident, and then women might like that. But at the end of the day, is that we need to start listening. It's just better let's just start listening to the majority of women and just play it safe. Don't touch them when you say excuse me. Do you understand? Don't do, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, what people need to realize, for example, is that rape and sexual assault and stuff is not just a man in a hood down an alley at 12 at night. It can be someone they know. It can be a celebrity. It could be a family member. Broad day. And it's up to us as men to listen to women and what makes them comfortable and what makes them uncomfortable. This leads me on nicely to the 3 examples that I've got. Like I said, it's not just a man in an alleyway. It's men who, it's celebrities, it's people in positions of power. The Jeff Epstein, whatever the documentary was, the 4-part documentary, he's a billionaire. You got people in politics. Trump, he's a rapist and an alleged paedophile. Yeah, he is the president of the United States. 100 fact, he said he would grab a girl by the P-U-S-S-Y. He epitomizes sexual assault and rape, and he's the worst kind of person on this earth. But then you've also got celebrities, music artists, people who have a sense of entitlement because they're a celebrity, because they're an artist, because this girl looks up to them, no matter what age they are, no matter how much they consent. Because it's the power dynamic there. You have to understand there's a power dynamic there. The same way you have to understand racial dynamics, how white people sit on the top of the food chain. Do you understand that you have to understand social privilege and gender privilege and all these different privileges? Because if you don't, you can't really have an open mind, in my opinion. You understand? Disclaimer: before I get into my opinion of any of the celebrities, I am not a judge. I am not the jury. I'm not saying anything. Okay, actually the Ambush one I am, but the Fredo one and the Justin Bieber one, I'm leaving my opinion open, okay? I'm just gonna talk about my thought process, right? I'm not here to say that anyone's guilty or not. I'm just here to look at the evidence. So leave me out of any dramas in that. But the Justin Bieber one, for example, someone came out on a burner account, right, with the name Danielle, fake account or whatever, and basically gave a detailed story of when she met Justin Bieber in 2016, I think 4 years ago, and he was still with Selena. Long short, he did a pop-up show, invited this girl back to the hotel apparently, and like they were lipsing and that kissing, and apparently it got a bit hot and heavy, and I think he tried moving a bit forward and shit, and this girl was apparently like, oh, where's Selena, and he was just like, don't worry about it, and blah blah blah, right? She was actually a year older than him, so it's not like an age thing, but I think he accused her of like assault or rape or something like that. This one's interesting because Justin Bieber has actually, he said, he came out and addressed it. He said, this is bollocks, basically. He said, usually I stay silent on things like this, but sexual assault is very serious and I don't want to be dragged. At this time, at this day, I was here. Here's the receipts, here's the video, here's the pictures of proof. I was with Selena here, my receipt for the hotel's here, blah, blah, blah. Coupled with that, Twitter investigators dug up some tweets from a girl called Danielle, like 4 years ago, obsessed with Justin Bieber, saying that how she wants to be raped by Justin Bieber, like really crazy, sick things, and that people were saying that it could be this girl and blah, 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 blah. So it's all nuts right now, and like what I'm gonna say is that every allegation a woman puts forward, I believe we should take seriously. Okay, that is what I'm gonna say. Even though I said I've got no opinion on the Justin Bieber thing and the Fredo thing, you know, I'm reserving my right for judgment. I still think it's key that we take every claim seriously. I don't care if you say, oh, some women lie, some women lie. Of course, women do lie, and I hate the fact they do, and they undermine the fact people that are telling the truth. However, the women that lie, for every, again, I'm making up the stat, for every one woman that lies, I bet there's a million that don't. Honestly, I bet there is. Or say 100,000 that don't lie, or 100,000 that don't tell their story and keep it secret. So that's why it's techie, because yeah, of course there's some women that lie, and there will be, but there's many more that don't. So I think it's important that we take the claim seriously. However, it looks like Justin's provided proof. Now, he could have done it. He actually could have done it. But he's provided some sort of evidence, proof, so that's why I'm not gonna get involved. The fact that this woman came out on a burner account, not a real account, you know, it doesn't look good for the claim, shall we say, in my opinion. Again, I'm not saying it happened, who knows? But it doesn't look good for the claim. It looks as Justin's actually got receipts, but you know what I'm saying, like actually showing where he was at the time. I don't know, innit? I don't know. Now, let's look at the ambush one. I'm going to show you some voice notes in a minute and show you some evidence in a minute, but just to give you the synopsis, Ambush, the UK rapper, he met someone called Ray Black. I think, is that her name, Ray Black? She's a music artist. He met Ray Black at a YouTube event, innit? He had met her before, briefly, like in passing, I think. And then when he saw her again at the YouTube event, rather than giving her a hug, he greeted her by grabbing her breast, basically. So he grabbed her breast and greeted her, and this, that, and the other. So she's obviously felt a type of way about this. Like, she let it go at the event, she let it slide, didn't want no passer, you know, she didn't want no beef with anyone. She didn't want to come across as the angry black girl that people always like to paint black women as if she started making a scene, blah, blah, blah. Even though she just got sexually assaulted. So even if she reacted, she's very within her rights to react, you get? So anyway, so she DM'd Ambush afterwards and was like, Ambush, like, I need to talk to you about what you did. Like, you can't do that, that's not right. Let me show you what he said in response. So as you can see on your screen, when she addresses the issue, he sends the monkey emoji, like a cheeky monkey emoji, and said, my bad, I apologize. She's obviously gone, not gonna lie, this my bad as an apology isn't really good enough considering you sexually assaulted another artist. So listen to the voice note that he then sends to Ray Black as a response to that.
Ray, man, don't do me like this, man. I'm sorry, I apologise, man. You know what I mean? I'm just flirty, man. I was fucking about, man. Your breast was out. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it, man. Don't do me like that, man. You don't have to think like that, man. You know what I mean? Because I just violate. I apologise, man. I didn't mean to make you feel any sort of way, babes. I'm not even call you babes. I touched her breast, bro. You know what I mean, man? I'm stupid, innit? I'm sorry, Ray. I'm sorry.
So basically, that was his apology. He was like, your breast was out, like, you know what I'm saying? Deep the language, your breast was out. Deep the entitlement. She then says, like, I accept your apology type thing. He then basically switches the script and then kind of like, basically says to her, you shouldn't really be getting on to me like this, that. Let me play it.
No, like, you should allow me, man. You shouldn't have to stick it on me like that. Obviously, I apologise because you're a woman or whatever, and I shouldn't invade your space if you don't want it to be 1000%. But you know, I'm not like that. Like, I'm not some perv or anything, bro. So you don't need to stick it on me like that, bro.
He said, you know I'm not like a perv. You don't need to stick it on me like that. This is my issue with this one. He's in the wrong for this. There is no debate. Like, this isn't that Justin Bieber's thing or what I'm going to talk about next. It might be this. He is wrong for this, and this is what we need to work on, right? Now, I like Ambush. I rate him. I bump his album all the time, his new thing. So I'm a fan, but everyone has to be held accountable. You get? So his lack of remorse highlights to me how little he cares. Now, he says, I'm sorry, you know, I shouldn't have touched you, you're a girl and that, you know what I'm saying? So he half knows that he shouldn't do it. There's that sense of entitlement there as a man. Like, he's so deep the story. He went up to Ray Black at an event and he grabbed her breast, and that's how he reacted afterwards. He doesn't even know this girl. He met her once, briefly, and grabbed breasts as a hello, because her breasts were out. And then he spun the narrative and said, you don't really need to get on to me like that. You know, I'm not a perv. Like, you don't need to stick it on me like that. Blah blah blah. Nah, bro. She is well within her rights to stick it on you, dog. No, that's it. Because this is what I'm talking about. This is the problem. This is like when white people say, I'm not racist. That wasn't racist. This, that. No, it was racist. You ain't got a clue what you're talking about. Yeah? Shut up. Now it's the same thing. Men, we need to start listening to women. Stop coming up with excuses. Stop enabling. Stop gaslighting. Yeah? Listen to what a woman is saying. Listen to what she says and how she feels. Yeah? Don't try and justify it. If a girl feels uncomfortable, bro, she feels uncomfortable. That's it. Yeah? It's education time. No more ignorance. We can't keep getting away with treating women like this, yeah, and thinking we can pass it off as a joke. No, you're the joke if you're not learning. Where are you getting this entitlement from? Where we think we can treat women like this? It's unacceptable. At what point is grabbing a woman's breast to say hello like this is the key point for me. Before I move on, yeah, this is the moment I knew that oppression of women was systemic. Yeah, this is when I knew. I deeped this years ago. This is what I'm saying, empathy, bro. You get it? Empathy. I deeped this like 6 years ago. And you know why? I get grabbed up a lot in clubs, innit? I've had my piece grabbed 3 times, like grabbing that, yeah. I've had my ass pinched many times in clubs, this, that. But so I'm not trying to say I'm a victim. I don't care. That's the key. I don't care. So like, the first time someone ever grabbed my piece in the club, I didn't see who it was. Just grabbings, and obviously I've looked and I felt violated in it for a few minutes. I felt violated. Like my privacy was breached. I thought, rah, like, yeah, of course, men, you know, we all want this attention, but rah, someone's actually just grabbed my dick. So it played on my mind for like 2 minutes, then I let it go. Because at the end of the day, I'm still a man. I still understand my privilege. Even back then, I still thought that men rule the world, innit? So I thought, oh, I'm still a man. I still understand my privilege. Like, it doesn't really hurt me. And that's when it clicked. It literally clicked in my head. Damn, that's why women hate it so much. That's why it stays with them so much when a man grabs their ass in the club, or grabs their waist, or does this and touches that, or slaps ass, or grabs breast, whatever. Because it's a reminder to women in this world that once again, women are second-class citizens. That once again, they are beneath men. That a man can do this to them, make them feel a type of way and nothing come of it. I can walk down the street at night and feel no type of way. Women can't. It's another reminder that they need to fear us because of what men are capable of. I can get grabbed up in the club and still walk home at 3 AM. No one's gonna do nothing to me. You understand? You know, or more time than not, because I'm a big man, I can handle my own. But a woman can get grabbed up, it ruin her entire night. And then like she won't be able to walk home because it might not be safe. It's a reminder that once again, they're just beneath men in society, and it's not fair. Okay, it's not fair at all. In conclusion of that one, yeah, that's all wrong. And some people are saying like, you accepted his apology, but now you're exposing him and blah, blah, blah. And like, to be fair, there's a point to be made there. You can't deny that. She did accept his apology. I'm assuming if someone accepts my apology, it's a water under the bridge. So if I found out I got drawn out on Twitter, I probably would be pissed. But at the end of the day, bro, it is what it is. If you did wrong to this woman, she's entitled to do whatever the hell she wants to do. With everything that's going on again, we get triggered. You know, with everything that, like the racism stuff, everything that's been going on about race, it's reliving trauma for me. It's reliving racial trauma that I've experienced at school, around, in work, whatever, and it's triggering. So to be honest, if she wants to then bait you out now, it is what it is, isn't it? This leads me on to the final one, and it's Fredo. Someone's come out and said that Fredo was moving to her, trying to get her around his when she was 15 years old, and has provided proof that they've held conversations. But this one here is a bit techie, because my problem with this allegation is that the people that came out and accused Fredo of this, right, they've provided a lot of evidence to suggest that they were talking, and they've provided evidence to suggest that he is a paedophile, for example. Like, she apparently said, I'm 15, how can I get there? And he was like, oh, let me worry about that. And like, if I wasn't serious, then I wouldn't be chatting to you, type thing, blah, blah, blah. So there's all this evidence here that he is like chatting to her, blah, 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 which I believe. But in the expose or whatever, there's no evidence that he actually did know her age. So like, there's all these print screens saying this, that and the other, but where's the print screen saying that, I am 15? I'm not undermining it, and I'm not saying it's not true. Don't, trust me, I'm not. I take this allegation seriously. I think if someone's come out and said that Fredo was moving to someone and she was 15, and she claims that she said that she was 15, despite what the pictures of her look like, admittedly she does look older, blah, 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 it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Even though she does look older, this, that and the other, it's irrelevant. If she said that she was 15, yeah, I think we should take that serious and there should be a little bit of an investigation there, whatever. However, it's just kind of annoying because if you're gonna print screen all this evidence against him, why didn't you print screen your messages saying that your age and stuff? Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a bit, we don't really know like what to believe. I'm just gonna say what I've always said. I don't know if he's innocent or he's guilty. I just think we should take a woman's claim serious. But looking at the evidence at hand, it does look a bit shifty that, you know, they're showing all his responses, but not showing the messages he's responding to. So like, you know what I'm saying? But one thing that is booky, yeah, is that Fredo did create a fake account. So he actually, there's proof that he created a fake account on Snapchat, like a burner account, to talk to girls. Now, I don't know if they're underage or whatever, but she says, oh, like, what's this name? Who's this? And he's like, oh, it's a fake name, blah, blah. But a lot of the time, I think that's because celebrities don't like being baited. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to judge no one. I don't know the case. I don't know anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't know any of that. But what's important here is that male music artists can continue to be accused of basically using their position to dominate women. Now, it's not just Fredo, there's many more artists. What's the other guy called? Not Dino. Dino's the fat you, innit? What's Dino's partner? AJ. Is it AJ? AJ and Dino. Loads of girls have come out and said AJ did the same thing. You know, that Dino was there and AJ wanted to chill and smoke with this girl, and then the others just went off, and then like he then proceeded to like rape this girl, and there's been other people coming out. So there's a clear trend here. There's a trend that men in power believe that they can take what they want from women. I told you, Trump, Jeff Epstein, music artists. Who's the president at the time? What's that guy called? I did not have sexual relations with that woman. What's his name? Clinton. Bill Clinton. He was the president of the United States. He slept with an intern. Of all the people he can get, he slept with an intern. He is the president. There is a clear historical theme in life where men use their power to abuse women. And it doesn't matter, yeah, if a woman, like, okay, again, it's a grey line. If a woman consents and she's of age, fine, like there's a grey area there. At the same time, you have to understand the power dynamic. You get, like, especially if a young 18, 19-year-old, you're impressionable. Then you've got like a musical artist doing a madness, and like kind of, even if they feel uncomfortable, they're gonna be kind of, they're not gonna want to say no because of potential repercussions. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Like, we just need to listen to what women have got to say and actually understand a bit more about what they go through to then understand what we can do better as men. Because men should not be taught how not to rape. It's ridiculous. But like, in terms of like the little kind of like microaggressions and like unlearning how what we expect of women, and like thinking that women can't know anything about grime or women can't know anything about football and stuff. We need to get rid of all this. Women can do, bro, women are better than men in so many different ways. I can't even cap. Outside my gang, like people that I'm just friends with on a one-to-one basis, more time is women, innit? More time is women. Because I really appreciate what women have to say and what women go through. I hope you enjoyed the video today. I didn't really have much of a structure. I kind of just wanted to just talk and say my opinion, but I really hope you enjoyed the video today. I hope you smash the like button and all of that. And we will be back again soon.